Have you ever wondered how social media, while connecting us, can also isolate us? This is the paradox we're diving into today. The very platforms designed to bring us closer together can, paradoxically, make us feel more alone than ever before. This is a phenomenon we're going to explore, a concept known as online loneliness. In the early days of social media, the promise was simple. These platforms would connect us, bridge geographical gaps, and foster a sense of global community. We'd be able to share our lives with friends and family no matter how far away. And yet, as we sit here in 2024, the reality seems to be quite different. What was meant to be a tool of connection has, for many, become one of isolation. We're more connected than ever, but somehow we're also more alone. We scroll through our feeds seeing the highlight reels of others' lives, and it's easy to feel as if we're on the outside looking in. It's as if everyone else is at a party, and we're just spectators. This is the online loneliness I mentioned earlier. It's a feeling of isolation that comes not from being alone, but from feeling alone in a crowd. And it's not just a fleeting sensation. For many, it can lead to feelings of depression. It's a major concern, one that health professionals are scrambling to understand and address. The issue is that our online connections, while numerous, often lack the depth and intimacy of face-to-face interactions. We might have thousands of friends or followers, but how many of those do we truly connect with on a deeper level? How many of those relationships are more than just surface level? This is the paradox of social media. It connects us with more people than ever before, but the nature of these connections can often leave us feeling isolated and alone. It's a paradox that's becoming increasingly evident as we continue to navigate our digital lives. So while we may have thousands of friends online, we might still feel lonely. This is the social media paradox, and it's a topic we'll continue to explore as we delve deeper into the untold facts of social media. Did you know that social media platforms are not just communication tools, but also business goldmines? Right under our noses, these platforms have transformed into bustling marketplaces. Think of them as digital bazaars, where businesses, big and small, come to trade. Let's delve a little deeper. We all know that businesses use social media for marketing, but how exactly does this work? Well, the answer lies in two words: targeted advertising. This is a method of placing advertisements based on demographic, psychographic, and user behavior data. It's like a billboard that's tailored to you, displaying products or services you're more likely to be interested in. So if you've ever wondered why you're seeing an ad for a product you just searched for, that's targeted advertising in action. Businesses pay social media platforms to show their ads to specific groups of people. The more specific the group, the more effective the ad, and the more likely the business is to make a sale. But how do social media platforms know so much about us? Well, every like, share, search, and even the amount of time spent looking at a post is data. This data is then analyzed to create a user profile, which is used by businesses to better target their ads. It's a little like being under a microscope, but instead of cells, it's our behaviors, preferences, and interests that are being studied. This might sound a little invasive, but it's not all bad. Targeted advertising can be helpful. It allows you to discover new products or services that you might love but wouldn't have found otherwise. It's also what keeps most social media platforms free to use. So the next time you're scrolling through your feed and an ad for your favorite brand pops up, or you discover a new product that you just have to have, remember, it didn't just happen by chance. These platforms are a business goldmine where your attention is the most valuable commodity. Next time you see an ad on your feed, remember, it's not there by chance. Are you aware of the dark side of social media, the side that isn't often talked about? As we dive deeper into the world of social media, it's crucial we shed light on the shadowy corners often left unexplored. Just as every rose has its thorns, social media has a dark side that can prick us when we least expect it. One of the most notorious thorns is cyberbullying. Every day, countless individuals find themselves at the receiving end of online harassment, a scenario that can lead to severe emotional distress. The digital realm provides a veil of anonymity, emboldening some to spew vitriol, often without facing immediate consequences. Then there's social media addiction, a phenomenon so recent that we're only beginning to understand its implications. It's like quicksand. The more we struggle, the deeper we sink. The constant need for validation through likes and comments can morph into an unhealthy obsession, impacting our mental health and daily life. Social media platforms, with their infinite scrolls and push notifications, are designed to keep us hooked, making it even harder for users to break free from their grasp. And let's not forget about the spread of fake news. In the age of information, misinformation spreads like wildfire on social media. Before you know it, half-truths and outright lies can become viral, shaping public opinion and even influencing real-world events. The repercussions of this can be far-reaching, affecting individuals and society at large. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Awareness is the first step towards change. By understanding these issues, we can start to navigate social media more safely and responsibly. We can stand up against cyberbullying, practice digital detox techniques to combat addiction, and learn how to verify information before sharing it. It's important to remember that with every like, share, and comment, we are part of an ecosystem that has both light and dark sides. So let's make sure we're illuminating the right path, not just for ourselves but for others in the digital realm too. Have you ever stopped to consider how much influence social media has over your thoughts and decisions? Let's dive into the world of social media influencers, the digital celebrities of our era. These individuals, with their legions of followers, have the power to shape public opinion and set trends. They're not just posting selfies or sharing their lunch photos. They're subtly shaping the way we think, what we buy, and even how we perceive reality. Imagine this. An influencer you admire posts a picture wearing a brand new pair of sneakers. Suddenly, you find yourself drawn to those shoes. You didn't know you wanted them until you saw them on your screen. That, my friend, is the power of influence. But it's not just about shoes or clothes. Influencers can drive social movements, political change, and even shape cultural norms. With a single post, they can ignite a conversation that reaches millions, for better or worse. So, how does this happen? It's a combination of trust and relatability. Followers see influencers as friends, as people they trust. They're more likely to listen to a friend's recommendation than a faceless corporation's advertising. It's human nature. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The ethical implications of this influence are significant. Are influencers always transparent about sponsored posts? Do they consider the impact of their words and actions on impressionable followers? These are questions that need to be asked more often. When used responsibly, the power of influence can be a force for good, driving positive change and inspiring others. But when misused, it can lead to false perceptions, unhealthy trends, and consumer manipulation. Influence is a potent tool in the digital age, and we, as consumers, need to understand its impact on our decisions. It's essential to critically analyze the content we consume, to understand when we're being marketed to, and to make informed decisions based on our own needs and values. So the next time you find yourself buying a product recommended by an influencer, ask yourself, was it really your decision? So, what have we learned about the untold side of social media? We've journeyed through the paradox of social media, a fascinating realm that simultaneously connects us while breeding isolation. We've seen how it has the power to bring people together from all corners of the globe, fostering friendships, collaborations, and movements. Yet, it also has the potential to create feelings of loneliness, as we compare our lives to the highlight reels of others. We've also delved into the world of business and social media, a modern-day goldmine. Businesses, large and small, have the ability to reach an unprecedented number of potential customers, creating a global marketplace at our fingertips. The power of targeted advertising and data collection allows businesses to get to know their customers better than ever before, offering tailored experiences that can drive sales and brand loyalty. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We've also stepped into the shadowy corners of social media, exploring the darker aspects that often go unmentioned. Cyberbullying, privacy breaches, and the spread of misinformation can have serious, even devastating effects. It's important to remember that, while social media can be a place of inspiration and connection, it can also be a breeding ground for negativity and harm. And finally, we've examined the power of influencers. These social media giants hold sway over millions of followers, shaping opinions, trends, and even values. The influence they wield can be used for good, promoting positive messages and causes, but it can also be used to manipulate, sell, and mislead. In essence, social media is a double-edged sword, a tool that can be wielded for good or ill. It's a powerful platform that can build bridges, but it can also erect walls. It can foster community, but it can also breed division. It's a marketplace, a stage, a battlefield, and a playground all rolled into one. Remember, social media can be a powerful tool, but it's up to us to use it responsibly and be aware of its impact.